With the third pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Carmelo Anthony from Syracuse University.
And with that, the start of an amazing, legendary Hall of Fame NBA career. Into the Hall of Fame announced yesterday on the first ballot. And who better to talk about Carmelo Anthony than the guy who recruited him and fellow Hall of Famer, Coach Jim Boeheim. Coach, big moment for Carmelo yesterday, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing for a player. I mean, it was something that was going to come, but it's still, that's what that's the end result you want from your playing career, to be in the Hall of Fame, and he certainly deserves to be in there, the first ballot. And there was never, I don't think, any doubt that was going to happen.
Now, looking way back, Coach, when was the first time that you became aware of Carmelo Anthony when you started to recruit him to come to SU?
Well, Troy Weaver said we had to go to see this kid. He was only in the top 50 at the time in Baltimore. During his junior year, we went, I don't usually go out during the season, coaching, but we picked a day, we got down there, and the first play he hit a three, the second he hit a pull-up, and the third play he dunked it. It was like Troy had said, before we went down there, this kid could help us win a national championship. He didn't say he was good. That's what he said. And I turned to him and I said, I think you're right. I don't think we thought it would be the first year, but he went to prep school. He weighed 185, and he came back from prep school, came to Syracuse. He was 225.
Wow.
In 1 year. So we knew then he was going to be strong enough to be a 1-year player. I think he would have stayed 2 if we hadn't won it, but once we won it, he's going to be he should have been the second draft pick. He was third in the draft, so you need to go at that time. But he was a great player for us, and he's given back. We wouldn't have the Melo Center without him, and that's a huge recruiting thing. I'll never forget when we were putting that up, and Michael Carter-Williams committed, saw the pictures of what it was going to be. He committed to us, and it's been a very big recruiting tool. Now it's just money, but that's just the way it is, and I think we've kept players because we're getting more NIL money, and I think we're going to get good players and have gotten good players already because of the NIL money.
Coach, you mentioned the 2003 NBA draft, and you've talked about before how hard it is not to get drafted into the NBA, but to make it in the NBA. And you see some of the names on the lists of top 10 draft picks over the past several years, the number of guys on there who are top 5, top 10 lottery picks who didn't make it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it used to be if you're a first-round pick, you probably make it. Now, very few even first-round picks make it. It's just very difficult. There's not just 12 guys on a team. There's 15, and there's two-way players, so there's really 17. It's really hard to make an NBA team. Everybody talked about the kid from Kentucky last year, Shepard, for early pick. He's going to play he's going to be a star. He didn't even play for Houston. He was a top 5 pick. I mean, Houston's got a really good young team. It's hard.
Coach, do you think there's something, what is it in someone's personality that, separates them once they get to the next level?
Well, it's really about talent. It's all about talent. You've got to have talent. I mean, personality is important when you're talking about superstars, but to get into the NBA, you got to be talented. It's just the way it is. I mean, some guys sneak in there because they can shoot or they get in the right spot, but I watch the G League games because Buddy plays there, and there's a ton of guys in the G League that could play in the NBA. There's just no spot for them. It's just really crowded.
Going back to that draft, Coach, as you were talking about it there, and I remember when the draft was and Carmelo was number 3, LeBron James, obviously the top of the heap, but whatever became of Darko Milicic, who was like everybody talking about.
He's got a nice farm back in Europe, and he just, he had a good workout because he could shoot, he was big, and he could move, but they took him based on a workout, and it turned out he couldn't play.
That happens. That happens to the best of them. Well, Coach,
it does.
Going back to the putting teams together in the portal, a couple of good gets for Red here in the last week or so. As that process just seems to get more complicated, but it's part of the process.
Well, it's more expensive. It's just the way it is. There's 1,800 guys in there, and you still have to find the right guys. There's a guy probably listed at, not in the top 100 that could be a really, really good player. And you just got to find them, and you got to have the money. And they've increased the money this year, and that's made a difference. We had to keep 2 guys. Well, we kept them, and now they're, I think, in the right track in terms of finding the guys they need to fit what they need.
Coach, for you, for the broadcasting, because I know you did a number of games over the year, this weekend, the Final Four, do you have any duties with the broadcast? Are you going to go this year?
Yeah.
How's that
Well,
going?
I go every year, and I'll be doing ACC network stuff 2 days, every day. Every day. If Duke's in it all the way, we do about 2 hours of programming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So something to do out there. It's fun to go to the Final Four and connect with coaches and friends. It's always fun to do that. But I'll be doing probably 2 hours a day with a network. We do a show out there. And Carlos Boozer, Luke Hancock, Joel Gray, Joel Barry, and myself. So it's fun to do. But it's fun to go to the Final Four and be a good, really good tournament. There's 4 really good teams here. I think, pretty obvious Duke's the best team, but you never know. Houston's playing great. You never know what's going to happen, but should be a really, really good Final Four.
They say they're going to unveil the NCAA during the Final Four, the class for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Or is there going to be a ceremony, and will you be part of it? Because you're kind of close to the whole thing.
Well, the ceremony's in Springfield in September. They'll announce the group there. I forget what night. I think they do it Monday night. I'm not even sure anymore. But they'll have the group on the floor at halftime of a game. That's what, that's what they do.
Yep, Saturday, I think. Isn't it Saturday the 5th?
Yeah, it may be Saturday. I forget whether it's Saturday or Monday.
I think the Springfield thing, too, later in the fall, it's like September 6th or whatever that weekend is there. But anyway, Coach, thanks for the few minutes today, and we're all excited for Carmelo. I mean, a 10-time NBA All-Star, 4 Olympic medals, pretty much almost everything except an NBA.
Thing with Carmelo is that he's given back to us, and Baltimore, wherever he's played, he's built buildings or courts or done things for the community, and he's also done very well in business. So he's a good example for people to look at. And as far as a successful playing career and a successful career after basketball.
And the commencement speaker next month up at SU. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think a pretty good player is coming from his family here next year. Yes. So that'll be good, too.
Nice.
Coach, hey, thanks again. And as we send you off, I know you're busy today, but just the final few moments of that 2003 National Championship game. Thanks again, Coach, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Inside goes outside. Heinrich gets it. Heinrich puts up the shot. It's too long, and Syracuse is your national champion.